say that had like an oak frame to it, a wood frame?
I didn't go.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
a little pan.
That's odd.
No, it was common at the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Suppose.
I was kinda late though.
She does this
What was it, a
across
53?
the street.
All right, we'll call the meeting to order. Say pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Dave Sickles.
I'm here.
Steve Trudeau. Here. Trudeau. Patrick Pringle.
Here.
Mr. Warren Flynn.
Here.
Dan Palmer.
Can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Or,
Any discussion? All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those not in favor, same signal. Agenda approved. Approval of the minutes of the previous ZBA meeting. Can I get a motion?
How long ago was that?
A long time ago, April 20th, 2023.
Like you and I are the only ones that were there. Yeah, you and I. Well, how thing we'll approve, or we'll, what do you want me to do?
A motion to approve.
Motion to approve, yes.
Second? I will second that. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Old business, none. New business. We have applicant Bernard Larsch, address 1149 Michigan Road, parcel number 74-28-019-3014-020. Request a variance to create a non-conforming parcel due to it not meeting the 4:1 ratio. It is a transfer between adjacent properties and considered an exempt split since the Land Division Act. Any comments?
You have any questions?
Well, why don't you tell us what you plan on doing with it if you don't mind?
I'm not gonna do anything with it. It's gonna stay woods. It's super rural. I want it to be rural. And I wanna be able to, be honest with you, I wanna be able to get a path back there, 'cause I'd like to get a dog, which on Michigan you can't really walk, you know, and I don't have a fence, so I wanna be able to walk the dog back there too.
Do I get a motion?
and move that we support it.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Comments?
Are we correct in calling it a split? It's not a split. We're not creating a new parcel.
We are not.
All we're doing is moving the property line.
That is correct.
So I don't know if it's right to refer to it as a split.
Any other comments?
It's called a split or transfer on the paperwork.
I think it's called a transfer on the paper.
Yeah, it's on there.
And there are other non-conforming lots in that area.
Oh yeah, there's pictures in your packet. The whole area is that way.
Any further comments? All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same signal. Passed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Reports. The Township Board.
You're all set if you want.
Pardon me?
That's fine. You're all set if you want.
Yeah. The township, we have a Heritage Museum and the Township Fire Department are holding an open house on the 7th. And there is some grant money being requested for work on Bakersfield. That's pretty much it. Township Board, Planning Commission.
Last month, or this month, I guess, we did have a meeting, due to some training, the planning commission toolkit training that was given at, Suffolk County. No report for last month, but last year, that would take a long time.
Any other comments, any other committee comments?
What do they wanna do to Bakersfield?
They're just extending the path there, putting in some benches.
Would it be paved or,
Citizen comments on non-agenda items?
You know me, Pat.
I do.
I've got more questions than anything. I have a house that I brought up to the board and Mr. Lewandowski. There's nobody been living there for years. It is a storage facility that what you're using it for. You literally, it's paths in there. The niece that is running the house was there the other day. She had the one garage door up. Literally, you can't hardly walk through it. My concern is twofold. One, the house is moldy and it looks terrible. It's depreciating all of our values. The trees are, from when we had a storm 2 years ago, are still laying in the yard. They're cut up, but they're laying all over the place. They knocked our power out twice in 1 year to our subdivision. But the main reason I'm having an issue, there's no mailbox, no nothing. Nobody lives there except to cut the grass. My daughter leaves for work at 10 to 4 in the morning. She literally almost hit a rat coming out of there the other day. This is commonplace. So I've taken it to complaint. I've talked to the blight guy. Nothing's done. They did get the Winnebago that was parked out there with no motor for 12 years out of there, but nothing's been done. This is not a storage facility. It's a residential home. So who do I go to? Do I complain to the health department now because of the rats, or where do I take it? It's a zoning issue because they're using it as a storage. I mean, if you looked at it, I've got pictures. If you looked at it, you'd go, what the heck? Even the backyard canopy facing the neighbor's yard is so overgrown, you can't even hardly see the neighbor's yard through it. It's that bad. So I don't know if somebody can direct me as, do I go to the health department or what do I do? The next question I have is also because of my daughter, and Pat knows really about it. The EDA is pushing for a Canadian company to take over the Art Van building for a rubber manufacturing plant. It's not zoned for that. My problem is if you guys, the Planning Commission, Mr. Teacher, I need you to watch out for this. If the Planning Commission okays the changing of the zoning, that means they can manufacture it. They're saying that they're just going to put rubber mats and things together that people stand on. But once you change zoning, it's fair game for them to do whatever comes out of that zoning. Problem is, I have a daughter who's actually going to be having major surgery at the beginning of June because she has one lung from a surgical error. That's in my backyard. So if their zone is changed and they can basically do what they want, and there's any fumes coming out of it, my daughter will literally die. That's how sick she is. She's really sick. I know we have a master plan, and I know the Planning Commission, the board, zoning, everybody should be looking out for that. So I want to know if everybody's going to abide by the master plan and not allow for this to happen. Literally, it's my daughter's life. So my neighbor just put up his house for sale yesterday. I'm actually going to go over and ask him how much he's asking for his house, because I'm literally considering moving out of this township. So if anybody can help guide me, I'd appreciate it. And by the way, I know you guys haven't met in a year and a half, because I'm the one who posts all the agendas and meetings and stuff on Facebook. You can post a draft of your meeting minutes 8 business days after you've met. And you just got to put draft across it. That's for the Open Meetings Act. So you need to take and just kind of watch your Open Meetings Act, because that is a violation of posting it. So that's what I got.
On the home sitting there,
Where is it?
Corner of Michigan and Michael, right off of Michigan and Lapeer.
Michigan and Michael.
If you go to Michigan and Lapeer, right here,
I know
go
where it is.
start going up.
Which house?
The house right on the corner, not the house. It's actually not Michael. It's front. Their address is Michigan Road.
It would be the same.
Yeah, the
West.
southwest corner. Find the pictures. Their eave trough, my daughter and I actually had a bet going last year to see how long it would take before their eave trough fell off. Because there was a tree that was 3 foot tall growing in it. And we had a big rainstorm and it washed it up, so we both lost the bet. So, it's bad, it's bad. So,
Not sure who you would go to with that.
I mean, it's bad. I got a nice little subdivision. Well, you know, you sold my neighbor's house back in the day, so, but, I mean, you just turn off it. I have friends that come over to my house and they go, what the heck's wrong with the house on the corner there? It's bad. So,
And your niece is leased the house?
it's, the woman who lived there, her husband passed away. And from what my neighbor told me, he's our neighborhood watch. What he told me is that the niece, they had no children. The niece talked the woman into moving into the city of Port Huron, and she signed over the house to the niece.
So the niece owns the house today?
Yes. You go on the parcel search, her niece's name is on the house. But they took the mailbox down probably about 3-4 years ago. The mailman doesn't stop there. You still got the shopper box up, but that's about it. There's mold all over the house. And like I said, the eave trough is falling off. It's
And the niece lives out of town or in town?
in city of Port Huron.
In Port Huron,
Yeah.
so she's close.
Yeah. I even asked him after we lost power last time, I said, are you guys gonna cut that big willow tree down? And she just looked at me, she goes, mind your own business. I said, okay. And I kept going.
That
So,
should be some type of violation of the township ordinances. It should be a building inspector thing, shouldn't it?
First time I'm hearing this problem.
Hmm?
First time I'm hearing this problem.
I put a complaint in, as did my next door neighbor. Like I said, they had a Winnebago, and my neighbor goes, did you see what the tags were on it? I went out and took a picture of it and zoomed in on it. The plates had expired 12 years before that, so it had been sitting there for a while. And then it had no engine in the front. They had it pulled in so you couldn't tell. So Ted Young and Bob Lewandowski made them remove that. But I mean, you look at the condition of the house; it's bad. It's
It
really
might
bad.
not be having.
I can show you pictures. I got all sorts of pictures. So,
Any other citizen comments?
poor Pat.
All right. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Can I say one more thing real quick before you do?
Yes.
June 7th, we have the open house. We also have the fishing clinic. We have a brand new fire truck next door that's going to be there. Yep. And we had a nice donation of a 15 by 25 foot American flag that you'll see flying off of that proudly. So it'll be well seen from the city of Port Huron. So rock on. So,
Looking forward to it.
so are we.
Do I get a second on that motion? Second. Second. All those in favor? All those opposed?